So I'm not going to call this a scrap, it's a trimming. It's a trimming from a piece of olive wood that viewer Dennis gave me. So olive wood is beautiful. This is way too nice to even consider burning it. You can see the nice heartwood there. It's about 6 1/4 square, 2 1/4 thick. I think I'm going to make a square bowl out of it, but we might change our mind once we get going. I'm going to find the center, put a hole for a worm screw, and we'll get it mounted up in the lathe. And that won't take long, so I'll see you soon. Alright, I got it mounted up on the worm screw. It runs really nice, pretty balanced. I'm going to go ahead and flatten this off, and then we'll start rounding it up, see what kind of shape we end up with. I think we're doing close to 800 RPM. 795, that's pretty close. 5/8 bowl gouge. I think I need to work on that, but see, I'm just about touching the heartwood. That means I'm going to cut down into here. We'd end up that thick if I don't take some more off of that. So I'm going to flatten this off, maybe another 1/4 inch, maybe that crack will disappear. And that might be it for the day. So I'm watching this crack, and I believe it's going up to the one that's on the top. I sure don't want that to get any bigger. I think what I'll do is take the chuck out, stand it up, get some CA into here, let it sit all night, and we'll come back tomorrow morning and figure out what to do next. But I'm really liking this. I've got heartwood down to there, down to here. I will be blending this some more. Not sure what I'm going to put in here. I do a recess or a tenon, but that's going to be tomorrow. So let me get this chuck out, and I'll show you a little bit of the CA glowing in. That's not too exciting though. Alright, this is gap filling, so it should be thin enough to run down in there, but thick enough to hopefully fill up some of that crack. I think the fact of it is I may be cutting down to about there, and we would end up cutting a lot of that away. I don't know yet. It sort of stops, so maybe that's good news. Maybe it's not too deep. Anyways, I'm going to babysit this for about 5 minutes and then close the lights down and go back inside. Alright. It kind of cooled down, so I decided to come back out here and clean up this CA glue. I'm kind of thinking of using a recess here. Put a dovetail on this. I'm going to go over this with the scraper and have a good look at it. Alright, time to get this sanded up. We start with a 2-inch disc, 80 grit, lathe running in reverse at 350. We'll get her sanded up to 400 and come back and put a sealer on it. Alright, time for some sanding sealer. And I did expose some really nice heartwood right here, so I think it's going to look pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. It's just really a cool color. It's kind of a reddish tint of sorts. Beautiful wood. So I'm just going to put the finish on the flat here because I'm not sure what's going to happen to this flat edge. I know I want to keep it flat, but as I turn it I want to make sure I don't have to patch anything. Or no surprises. So that is it for sure for the night. Just glad I came back out and did this because I wanted to see how that looked so bad, and it looks so good. Okay, I'll see you later. Alright, I've got it flipped around. I'm just going to flatten it off and have a good look at it. And it's nice and cool this morning, so it's pretty comfortable out here. Figure out where I'm going to start here because we've got these corners to deal with. We're doing 899 RPM. I'll switch to the 5/8. Just hollow some of this out, have a look at it. Oh, that is got some beautiful heartwood in here. I'm going to switch back to a 1/2 inch. Still thinking on this shape here. I don't actually think I want a rim on that. If I take it away, I can't put it back. Decisions. Guess I'm not liking this right here. I think that's going to fall apart if I try to leave that little ring around there, and that's not going to look good. Okay, I've made a decision. Okay, that's just about there. Now we got to go back and put a bowl in it. Alright, let's use the 1/2 inch to get that started. That'll be right about there. I reset up so that you can see it a little better, and I put the light on there. I want to check what we have for thickness. So I have about 3/4 there, but I drop in 1/8, so I have probably 5/8 right here, and I have quite a bit right there. So take a few more passes, stop and check it again. I'm also looking for, there's lots of chatoyance right there. I'd hate to cut that away, but I think we might need to take a little more off. Okay, I think that's as deep as I should go. I do have a recess underneath there, and it's got to be close. So that's not bad. I think I'll grab my scraper and take care of this. Okay, just about. If I dare clean this up a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and get it sanded up. I'm going to start with 80 grit because right out here on these little wings I've got a little groove. I want to sand that out. And I'll do that just holding the piece, and then I will let the piece spin going forward at about 350 RPM like that. Okay, I'm going to get a coat of sanding sealer on this. I think it's going to be really beautiful. And then we're going to go and pick some apples. And it is, look at that. Yeah, it's full of cracks. I only filled anything so that it would stay together. But, oh, I think they look just fine. Yep, I like it. I hope she likes it. Get this edge that I didn't do, and that's it. I'll probably be back and finish this up in an hour or so. We'll get the another coat of sealer on it and a couple coats of shellac. I think it's going to look great. Well, here it is, and it is just a beautiful piece of olive wood. It's a simple shape, but with olive wood, it really doesn't matter too much what the shape is because it's always just beautiful. This is 6 1/4 inches square, 1.5 inches tall at the ends right here, and it does have a little bit of a curve to it. And got some nice heartwood on the ends, and my goal was to keep as much on the inside and as well as turning down until I found it, and that worked out pretty decently. So I used 2 coats of Zinsser Seal Coat, 2 coats of Zinsser Shellac, and then I buffed it out with the gray Scotch-Brite and a white Scotch-Brite. It's just got a nice finish, got a nice feel. Special thanks to Dennis for giving me this piece of olive wood. I know I sure had a lot of fun turning it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, you can let me know by hitting that like button. Also, leave a comment and tell me what you think. I love reading them all, and I do my best to answer them all. If you're currently not subscribed, please consider doing so. If you are subscribed, thank you very much. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I do all types of turnings, and I love doing them all. Let me know your favorites. Thanks again, and until the next time, see you later.